Hello, my name is George Myhall, and this is the Office of Image Archaeology. I'm producing this little film here to introduce myself because if you're on the American Life Film Stock channel, you've probably never seen me. There are a few people that know who I am because they have knowledge of another channel that I have called the Old Film Preservation Channel. I have two channels because I'm worried about YouTube. YouTube can be very arbitrary sometimes, and you don't know from one day to the next exactly where you stand. They have a lot of rules. I don't think they really know what they all are, but if you break one of them, they'll certainly let you know. A lot of people are losing their channels. They're losing their certain things that they're able to do if they're in good standing. If you're not in good standing, you can go ahead and you can lose all kinds of benefits from being in good standing on YouTube. So, not that YouTube's a bad place, but they're a bad place, I think, sometimes. Anyway, so the object here is I have one channel that has absolutely nothing but old mom and pop films, and it's a stock film channel. No frills whatsoever. I don't add sound. I don't add dialogue. All I do is I go ahead and I add the bare minimum. I put the bare minimum of what the film is about in the description box. Other than that, I don't do anything else with it. But post it or digitally enhance it from this kind of thing. Or in a very few cases on that channel, it's VHS, but mostly 8mm, Super 8mm, or 16mm film. Hey, Cassie, what's going on? This is Cassie, and Cassie is 24 years old this year, and that's Poncho, and Poncho's 38 years old this year, so I think it's 38. They're getting as old as I am. It's poor cat. If you do it if you do a conversion to human years, I think it was comes up like 108 years old or something. It's an old cat. Anyway, but she's still doing well. Where was I? Jeez Louise. On the American Life Film Stock channel, really what it's about is it's just I digitize, as I said, old celluloid film primarily, and it's about life in America as it's been me growing up, pretty much, and prior to that, there's some film goes back almost 100 years, so beyond knowledge that I would have, but. As I said, I don't do anything to it. I just digitize it, digitally enhance it, repair it as much as possible because in some cases they're in pretty bad shape, and I post it. And there are a lot of people that like that kind of thing. Some people like doing a little bit more research themselves than what I put on there, and so and that's pretty cool because I get more information. I can't do all of this by myself. I've been doing it now for 20 years, and I'm pretty loaded up sometimes. So again, that's the office of the American Life Film Stock channel. The other channel, the Old Film Preservation channel, is more typical of other channels in as much as that. Now I do take it almost all from celluloid film stock, but it's not just mom and pop stuff. It's stuff that was movies that were produced along the way that were lost television show episodes or complete. In one case, there's a show called That's Cat that was produced in the late 70s and down in Southern California. It didn't have a widespread viewing. It was just down there in the Southern California area on KNBC. The place where they had been storing all of their film burned down. So the only episodes that exist on this earth for that television show are right here in this office, and it's just very few episodes from that. But it's making a lot of people happy because they remember that television show as kids. It was a kids show, and it's amazing some of the emails, or I'm sorry, not emails, but remarks, comments on that film that I get on, well, those films, because there's a few of them in there, a few episodes or partial episodes. But it's very heartfelt and it's very, it just makes me happy to see that people got that much out of those. That's really very, very cool. In one case, there's a movie, and it doesn't. I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Wreck of the Hesperus. The Wreck of the Hesperus. If you, it's a lost movie because I'm the only one with a copy of it, as far as I know. If you ever watch Petticoat Junction, the guy named Uncle Joe that was on there, he plays in this movie, The Wreck of the Hesperus, and I'd never seen the guy play the part of a villain, but he plays the part of a villain in The Wreck of the Hesperus. It's a very good movie. I think it's from the 40s. And every once in a while I run into old television shows, news programs, or educational films, mom and pop films, and this sort of thing that are in pretty bad shape, and I've got to repair them. But I also run into stuff that other people have a copy of, not the mom and pop films. That's obviously a one-off kind of thing, but they'll have an old movie or an old educational film or television program, and it's a duplicate of what I've got because they made duplicates as they sent around, and maybe mine is in better condition, or maybe I'm able to digitally repair it better than what the other people can, and so it's a much better job has been done. But I own the film just like they own a film, or a copy of it. And one of us does a good job and the other doesn't. And if theirs is better, then I won't even attempt to do it. I won't do that. If mine is better, in some cases I'll post it if it's interesting enough. And if somebody else can do that with the stuff that I've got, well then, yeah, sure. If you've got a copy and you can make it better, then by all means do that. I'm getting better. I've gotten so much better. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing this now for 20 years. I started out with old photographs and film, or negatives and photo albums and ledgers and different documents. That's how I started doing this. Was I think the first big thing that really got me going here was a Revolutionary War tax ledger from Boston, Massachusetts. I read like a who's who of the important people that we read about during the Revolution in our history books, at least their families, not them specifically. But that really got me on the road to this kind of thing, and that happened about 20 years ago. So anyway, back to what you'll find on the Old Film Preservation channel is just a conglomeration of tons of different things. There's over 1,000 films on there, and they could be anything from entertainment to educational to news programs and stuff, and I'll even some mom and pop stuff. That what I'll do is I'll take, or even photographs, but I'll take the image or the film, and I'll add in some cases music, subtitles, and narration, or a combination of all of those things to create a kind of a documentary kind of program about something. I've got like 4 of them in the works right now, but some of this stuff just takes so long. And I've got a machine that just broke down not long ago, and got it, and it's been repaired, and so that put me down for a little bit, and my film scanner, and I'm actually acquiring another film scanner, which is going to allow me to do 35 millimeter film. So that's very cool. If you all got any 8, Super 8, 16, or 35 millimeter film you need digitized, and if have some pretty professional digital enhancement done to it. I've got a lot of experience in restoration, photographs, and film, and so I'm able to do that really well. So yeah, and I'm cheap, so get a hold of me. Hey, real quick here, as long as we're talking about money, this channel is only making somewhere between $180 and $200 a month. I don't know if you're familiar with what software I was running these days, but my Adobe bill is $50 a month, and I can't even tell you what the other softwares that I make yearly purchases on, somewhere around $300, I suppose. Now, I just spent $300 and some odd dollars to get the machine fixed over here, this scanner, And I got the news scanner coming. It's actually not new; it's used, but hey, it's I'm looking at $6,000 just on that. So this is not a money-making project here. This is a man with a passion, and so this is all on me. I understand that, but hey, if you enjoy what I do, if you like what I do, preserving this history here, and you've got some spare change, I could definitely use it. The old film preservation channel is the only one set up to take money, and with that, I'll just go ahead and I'll go, back to the original subject. But if you help out, great, thanks. If you don't, hey, enjoy the channel anyway. Take care. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to introduce myself to both channels, the American Life Film Stock channel and the Film Preservation channel. I guess goodbye from George Myhall and Poncho and Cassie. So say bye, Cassie. She's going to sleep, poor old thing. She gets around pretty good. Anyway, have a good day. Bye-bye.